Today's stories include, we officially know Astro Bot's price. Wait, this just in. Civilization 7 has leaked? What? And a whole lot of Summer Game Fest leaks. We'll have all this and more because this is Kinda Funny Games Daily. Welcome back to Kinda Funny Games Daily, live from the spare bedroom in San Francisco, California for Friday, June 7th, 2024. Of course, I am your host, Tim Geddes. I'm joined by The Lock, Roger Picorni.
What a beautiful time to be
Look
alive.
At us. Little
Holy
flower
shit.
boys.
Look at us.
Summer Game Fest is upon us.
We're the only people that got the memo
in
this company.
Mike's got something going on.
Does he? I just saw the Superman shirt.
Oh, he's changing.
Oh, he's
Mike
changing.
has some stuff going
that's
on.
one of them.
What he's changing into, I'm not so sure, but I saw a shirt that I was like, I like that.
Okay,
that is a powerful shirt. How you feeling, Roger? On this beautiful, the dawn of Summer Game Fest.
And it's a beautiful day outside. I feel like the world has connected with Jeff Keighley. He called up the weather authority and he said, hey, it's got to be a beautiful day for my beautiful Game Fest. I am excited. I'm excited for the show. This is like the weird in between. Right? Where it's like, I wish we could just teleport, right? I wish I didn't have to see the leaks. I wish I could pretend that Civilization 7 didn't get leaked. I wish I could do all this stuff, but that's what the show is. That's what we're doing here. That's what we have to do here.
Every year, we always have to go through this moment, which, it is unfortunate because it's like, leaks and stuff can be fun, the rumors and the vibes, but I feel like you get close enough, and I'm just like, exactly. But we're here to talk about it for all the people that want to listen. And guess what? We're going to be hanging out all day long. It's going to be an absolute blast. After this episode of Games Daily, we're going right into Kinda Funny Games Showdown, an amazing episode of our amazing game show that we do each and every week. And then after that, we will be live reacting to Summer Game Fest itself. And then, of course, after that, we'll be doing our Gamescast where we will break down everything that we saw. But the fun doesn't stop there. After that, we are going to get in an Uber straight to the airport, straight on a flight, go down to LA, land, and we're going to just play a whole bunch of video games for the next 24 hours before we come back on Sunday to react to the Xbox Showcase with all of you watching on YouTube or twitch.tv/kindafunnygames. I keep saying this, but I need you to tell all your friends out there. We're going to be doing Xbox a little bit weird because we're coming from LA. We're not going to be able to watch live when it happens, so we're going to watch around 1 p.m. Pacific time. So please, if you guys want to watch with us, just don't watch in the morning and stay away from all the spoilers, or watch it yourself and then come back to see all your favorite moments and see us react to all the cool stuff. It's going to be a great time. If you love what we do, you can support us with the Kinda Funny membership on Patreon or YouTube to get all of our shows ad-free, watch us record them live, and you get a daily exclusive show. And there's no better time than being a member right now during the Summer Game Fest season where we're just popping off with the content, Raj.
Popping off, bro.
And even on top of that, like we always talk about the Kinda Funny Games channel. There's the Kinda Funny Highlights channel that Roger kills. And you're going to be popping up a whole bunch of fun little bite-sized bits for people, correct?
Yeah, I'm sure all of the big announcements and reactions that we have after it happens, I'm probably going to put them up there. So you're going to see it. So if you don't have the ability to watch our podcast in full, or you just want to send around some of our podcasts in a smaller bite-sized form, head over to Kinda Funny, just Kinda Funny Highlights, search it up on YouTube, and you can subscribe there and send over all our clips to everybody.
It's going to be a great time. We're trying to make it easy for everybody out here. If you got some YouTube super chats, if you have questions that are just burning in your soul that you want us to talk about us on this show, send them in on YouTube and we'll get to them later. A little housekeeping for you. We are an 11-person business all about live talk shows. So thank you so much for all of your support. And again, even if you can't financially support, thank you just for even watching all of this stuff and hanging out with us live all day, each and every day. While Summer Game Fest is the most fun time of the year, we're making fun. We're having shenanigans left and right every single day. So please continue to hang out with us. If you're a Kinda Funny member, Greg's Gregway today is how the heck do you feed a baby?
Oh,
some excellent questions that
educational.
I don't know. I have assumptions, you know what I mean? I imagine it's similar to what I do when I eat.
Yeah, exactly. Order him a cheeseburger. It's fine.
That's it.
Same
That's
thing.
all that you got to do.
Deal.
Thank you to our Patreon producers, Kieran Hovasapian, Carl Jacobs, Fargo Brady, and Delaney Twining. Today we're brought to you by Ponkle, the developer of Vampire Survivors, but we'll tell you all about that later. For now, let's begin with what is and forever will be the Roper Report. Time for some news. We got 6 stories today.
A baker's dozen!
Story number 1. A lot of Astro Bot stuff, bless. Or Raj.
Whoa.
I'm so used to saying bless. so used to saying.
I get it.
You know
And also,
what I
when
mean?
you're talking about Astro, you know what I mean? You associate it with him. 3D platformers. I get it.
It's a whole thing, man.
Get
Story
it.
number 1, Astro Bot pre-orders are live, revealing price and more. This comes from the PlayStation blog itself. Last week, we announced that our upcoming game, Astro Bot, is coming to PS5 on September 6th. Reactions to the announced trailer have been amazing, and we cannot thank you enough for all the kind comments we received. No less than 1,000 of those views were me.
Yeah.
I have watched that trailer so many times.
Did they upload it in 4K?
Actually, I don't know. Mainly, I've been listening to the trailer. You know what I mean? You gotta love that Astro Bot theme. It's I just love people singing about themselves. You know what I mean? He deserves that.
That's your favorite genre, subgenre.
Yeah, 100%. The hype track. The little robots of Team Asobi are now working harder, faster, and stronger to put the final touches to the game. So what a perfect time to officially open the pre-orders for the game. Starting Friday, June 7th. That's today, everybody. You can pre-order Astro Bot for PlayStation 5 in 3 different editions. I don't know why it says in different 3 editions. Physical, digital, and deluxe digital. The standard editions are $60.
Okay.
And here we have this like little pictures. We can see kind of the stuff going on. Of course, Astro Bot, we saw confirmed that this version will also include a lot of PlayStation celebration, a lot of love looking back at the characters and worlds of some of the games that we love. But there's some fun big reveals here, Raj.
Yeah.
There's some big stuff here.
Yeah. Tell me.
Bloodborne. All right.
Finally happening.
Bloodborne. And more. Parappa's there. Other characters we saw. But the Bloodborne Hunter is the big news of today. Because this was the one of like, Andy was convinced we'll never see it.
Yeah.
And he was like, no.
As an Astro. He never thought it was going to be
Yeah,
as
he
Astro.
thought that it was going to be completely out of it. But I mean, here it is. I feel like we are getting the full-on celebration of PlayStation, and I am so happy that they're leaning in this hard.
It's so funny to me because it's like my brain goes to like the cynical nature of it all, where it's like, oh, I know you freaks are going to buy anything Bloodborne. I know, even if you don't care about Astro, you're going to buy the $80 version or whatever, how much it is.
That's a real question that I have for you. Do you think that a single person in the world is going to buy this game just because of that?
Yes.
Do you think that 1,000 people will buy this game just because of that?
I think 500.
I wonder what that number is.
Unironically, like, there are certain games, like, if this was like a Ubisoft thing and they had Splinter Cell, I'd be like, fuck. I have to swipe the card. Because it's like, I don't think
Defiant's going to get you, dude.
No, but like X-Defiant, like, I don't know, it's not cute enough, right? And it's not the Rabbids, they're gross. You know what I mean? Fuck those Rabbids.
Hold on, wait. X-Defiant, not cute enough. Rabbids, too cute. They're gross.
No, they're gross. Like they're not cute at all. Even like Astro Bot is cute. You know what I mean? So you put the goggles on him, we can have the discussion.
I will give you that he's cute.
Yeah,
it's just a terrible design. But like, I get that they attempted for him to be cute, and he does do cute things. I'll give him that. And
I get that. I mean, we can have the discussion about the design because the one part of the design that I don't like about this game is the enemies. I think these enemies are generic. Like I don't deal with those enemies. But Astro, he's cute. Put the 3 goggles on him. I'm buying the $80 deluxe edition. Like I'm doing it.
I mean, they did put the Bloodborne Hunter. That's what it is, right? The Hunter.
I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah,
they hunt stuff.
I guess. Game. It's on 30 FPS.
But it's the digital deluxe edition, right?
Yeah.
So they know that
$70.
these things. That's $70. All right.
You're paying. I mean, when I think about it, right? If I'm a Bloodborne freak, right? I don't get any type of content. I'm buying the tabletop RPG because that's all I got, right? $10? You know what I mean? I'll do that. I'll do it for my little guy, for my
I mean,
Bloodborne.
I'm sure. Here's the thing, though. I just like whatever. All this stuff, it's just nonsense noise. I can't wait for this freaking game.
Yeah.
$60 makes me so happy. It's not the $70 that I was hoping for. And again, I'm not just hoping for games to cost more money just for the money side of it, but more for what that says about the quality of a game like this. Sony investing in a 3D platformer hard.
Yeah.
$60 though still feels good.
Yeah, no,
I'm happy it's not 20 or 30 or even 40.
Yeah, no, I agree. I thought my number was 50. I was like certain that they were going to go. I believe Miles Morales was 50 as well. Like I thought that was where they were going to go for the next generation, these smaller type experiences or games that they feel like are not going to sell a bajillion copies. But $60 feels right, and it's not that 70, but I am happy with it because $60 in my heart still feels like, oh, that's a full price game.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like $70 is like, oh fuck, I forgot video games are that expensive. But $60, yeah, full price game. Like hell yeah, that feels good to me. So it just gets me hyped. Like I look at all of this and I'm like, yes, I'm going to play this game. I'm very excited for it.
Ryan T was saying, why would pricing it at 70 make you assume that it's going to be quality? I'm not saying that. I'm saying in terms of how PlayStation views it as a product.
Yeah,
in
how they
terms
get
of how
behind
fully featured the product is. This is not a free PlayStation Plus game. This is not a pack-in like Astro's Playroom. Like this is kind of a make or break of like, yo, Astro Bot could be a franchise for us. And I think that we talked about this a lot leading into the announcement, but now on the other side, I think it's even more true. They just called it Astro Bot. This really feels like their first swing at this is a whole game, not just it's a whole flat game. You know what I mean? Like we're going on the console, we're not doing the VR thing, which was from everyone I've ever heard talk about Rescue Mission, it's one of the best VR experiences, period.
Yeah.
Right? So Astro did the damn thing on VR, did the damn thing as a tech demo packet on the PS5 launch with Playroom. Now's his chance to really be like, yo, we're going to save 3D platformers on the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, and it's getting that push. And I hope that there is a big marketing push behind this, right? Like, I hope that they take the money and they're able to say, hey, this is a full price $60 release. And like, there's no 3D Mario this year. Like, you have kids, like you have nieces and nephews and whatever that you want to buy video games for. They all have PlayStations. Like, buy this game. Like, this is a market that is not being utilized. I guess we have the ukulele remaster that's happening, right? Like, that's pretty much it that's happening in the next year or so. Like, there's not really, you don't have that like high quality 3D platformer. And I think that $60, like, no, they're going to hopefully put a marketing budget behind this and we can see this blow up.
Yeah.
Go to space.
And I just love that they're definitely going to space. They're flying them dual senses into hyperspace. Where are they going? I don't know.
I like the idea of the spaceship being the PS5 because it's like, it feels like full circle, right? It's like cool. Now I can say like PS5, a beautiful console, right? And now I could say it's a spaceship. Now I could say it's a spaceship. Like I could say
and
like,
that actually works.
Exactly.
It actually works.
Exactly.
There's more here though. Wario64 tweets out Astro's Playroom has received new DLC trophies.
And this is the thing that I hate, right? Because this would have been an amazing reveal. We all expected gameplay. We all expected something. But like, if we were like, oh, right now you can play some DLC. Fuck, man.
Well, so what's interesting about this to me is Astro's Playroom, like, so is it just DLC or is it just new trophies?
Yeah.
Because, like, looking at these trophies, Rescued Special Bot trapped in SSD Speedway, these are all old levels, so...
Yeah, so if you go to the second tweet right there, it seems like Astro Bot has a new update, and there is, like, a mysterious little portal and a collection of gotchas and all that jazz. So it seems like potentially during this... Yeah.
This is it.
They're going to be like, hey... Here's maybe a demo or some sort, and then this is Barrett's idea, but I was talking to Barrett and he had that idea, so that's a great idea. And then you go back through all of the worlds and maybe you pick up a few of the characters that are going to be in Astro Bot.
It's like Spirits all over again in Smash Brothers. They just keep adding them, and I have to keep going back and getting them, but there's nothing that makes me happier on it. There's nothing in the world. I loved collecting all these things in Astro's Playroom.
You 100%'d it?
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh yes, I 100%'d it. I've platinumed the game, and I've like, when I got the portal, I was like, do I 100% it again just for fun? You know what I mean? But now we got a full game coming, so I'm very excited about this. This poster's amazing, by the way.
That's awesome.
A lot of great stuff going on here, but I'm excited that they're giving us a reason to go back to Playroom.
Yeah,
as
and
well,
I've admittedly never finished that game, like, because it's one of those experiences I would put up with, like It Takes Two, where I had such a great time that I was like, I don't want to finish this, and I just like would put it off, and it just fell away. So I think this is the time for me to come back. I'm just a little scared because it's like, when does this come out? September or something like that? Or
September 6th.
Yeah, September 6th.
They're saying here.
So like, I'm a little bit scared of like, do I back to back it? Am I going to be like too much Astro Bot? But I don't know. I'm going to at least check it out and check out what this new potential DLC is and all that jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a time to be alive.
Cool.
Story number 2, Civilization 7 leaks via 2K Games website. This comes from Wesley Yin-Poole at IGN. An announcement of Civ 7 appears imminent after an image for the game was spotted on 2K Games' official website. As spotted by users on Reset Era and Reddit, the banner for the unannounced strategy sequel was briefly available on the 2K website homepage, and even pointed to a currently non-existent trailer and Steam page for wishlisting before it was removed. The leak suggests an announcement at Summer Game Fest today, June 7th. 2K is yet to comment. In May, Summer Game Fest said 2K Games would reveal the next iteration, one of its biggest and most beloved franchises, during the show. The tease instantly got fans speculating on the possibilities, with many wondering whether BioShock 4 would finally be revealed after a 5-year wait. Others suggested it might be Mafia 4 or Borderlands 4. It also likely now seems the tease is related to Civilization 7. Lot here.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure that the game they're talking about is Civ 7.
Really?
I mean, it could be.
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue that Civilization 7 is the next iteration, one of the biggest and most beloved franchises. Yeah. I also think you could argue that it doesn't quite hit that mark because of the niche genre that it's in. Again, not taking away the quality of the game. Civ's amazing. I know the people that love it. But I feel like it's not one of the biggest franchises, especially when you're talking about 2K.
I would differ, right? I mean, I don't know about sales, but I'm sure sales-wise, it is one of the biggest things that 2K offers.
I mean, think
right?
about what 2K does, though.
Sure, yeah, but like if you compare it to like the Mafia franchise, like it's funny that we all went to the Mafia, and it's like that. I don't think that's even like, I know it's probably higher selling, but it's like that it took so long to get to 3, right? Like there's a reason why, right? That game didn't necessarily sell as much as they wanted it to. Yeah. So I think that Civ is definitely, I think all of this is accurate, and it leans towards Civ. I know that like the major gamer audience in our chat and everything probably was like, oh fuck, BioShock 4. Like that's the more exciting thing, like the thing we haven't seen in forever. But I also know that like the reason why he wrote that way is because it is true. Like all that is true. Like it is technically, that is what Civ is. And also you have to kind of tease things ahead of time for Summer Games Fest of like, I'm going to always add that, by the way. I'm going to say Games Fest. I know it's game, but like I got to add it. It just rolls off the tongue. But I feel like Jeff was like, hey, I need to say something ahead of time. I need to say that, hey, there's going to be a big 2K thing here.
Yeah.
Saying it's going to be the next iteration in Civ, like that doesn't excite people, right? You got to kind of tease in. I know that leads to disappointment inevitably when it's not BioShock 4 and people get excited in chat, but I think you kind of have to play those, you kind of have to roll the dice sometimes.
I don't know. Like the way that Keighley plays this stuff, especially in recent times, like I don't think wants to fan the flames of the hype that way. I think he tries to be pretty damn accurate with things. And like to the point that I feel he wouldn't say next iteration, one of the biggest and beloved franchises, talking about Civilization 7.
Do you think that is potentially, we had the story yesterday about the backroom deals and all that jazz and how it makes money, Summer Game Fest, right? Do you think that could be just a 2K deal of like, hey, we want to be on your stage, we want to pay you X amount of money, but also you have to say ahead of time, like, promote it as 2K is going to be here with one of its biggest beloved franchises.
All that stuff is potentially true. I mean, like with the stuff that we looked at yesterday, I mean, again, all these shows work that way. And so it's like Summer Game Fest making money. We don't know that.
Sure,
we don't know how much money is going out to be able to actually make the things happen. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some type of marketing deal of like, yeah, we're going to co-brand the event as featuring a big thing from 2K and like, get more like premier placement with that. Which would be interesting. And, you know, they could control, hey, we don't actually want you to name the game, but you can hype it up or whatever.
Yeah,
all that's a possibility. At the end of the day, I am with you that I do think it is Civilization 7. I just don't think they should have talked about it that way if that's the case.
Yeah.
But also these other games could be there. I just don't necessarily think that they're going to.
Yeah, and I think they would have said at least multiple games, right? Like multiple franchises from 2K or something like that, right? Limiting it to one. But I mean, yeah, cool. I'm excited for Civ fans. Maybe this is finally the one that I get into. I don't know. It always looks cool. It always seems like an interesting avenue because it's like, people just sink their entire lives into it. But I don't know. Maybe
I got real into Civ 4 for like a summer. It was like the
summer of Civ.
Oh, it definitely was because I listened to the soundtrack because somebody was like, "Dude, it is so incredible."
Really?
And yeah, it's one of the. If I remember correctly, Civ 4 is the first video game to win a Grammy.
Oh. Okay.
And it absolutely incredible theme song. And because of that, I was like, I'm gonna give this game a shot, and I just got hooked.
Yeah.
For literally just a summer, and then I was like, I don't know that I even enjoyed that, but I played a lot of it. But anyway, good for you, Civ fans out there.
Congratulations.
Something I think is interesting here is just the wording of this article of like BioShock 4 would finally be revealed after a 5-year wait.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. What
was because at some point 2K said we're working on the next BioShock.
Was it the remaster? Are they counting? Like, is that what they're counting? Was that 5 years ago?
Oh, that would break my brain if that was 5 years ago.
I think it might be.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's rough.
That is real rough.
Yeah.
But that'd be weird if they mentioned it that way. Anyways, let's move on to something that's very, very exciting to me and you, Roger. Story number 3. Sonic Cross Shadow Generations gets a release date and box art because they apparently leaked ahead of Summer Game Fest. This comes from Amelia Zollner at IGN. Last week, Sonic Cross Shadow Generations was rumored to be making an appearance at Summer Game Fest. Now, just one day before SGF kicks off, a few details about the game itself have also been leaked. Today, the release date and box art of the game were apparently confirmed by insider Bill Kuhn via a Deal Labs article. According to the leaks, the game is slated for release on all consoles on October 25th, with physical copies costing $50. Leaker Mystery Lupin also posted apparent screenshots from the game, which show Sonic and Shadow in both remastered and entirely new levels, as well as more of the game's promotional art on Twitter. More leaked promotional art shows off available in-game rewards, including a journal written by Gerald Robotnik.
I was laughing to myself so hard at that.
The details Shadow's creation, as well as a legacy skin with Sonic's model from Sonic Adventure, which is pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah. Where's Shadow's model, though?
That is a good question.
Yeah.
You gotta imagine it's in there.
Yeah.
Like,
just hidden
this is the year of Shadow.
in the shadows.
You know, they're calling it that, which is wild. I like that.
Yeah, thank
I
you,
like that.
thank you.
Did you ever play Sonic Generations, Roger Picorni?
No, a little bit. I bought it. I have it on PC. I played it for a little bit, and I was like, yeah, it's cool. I couldn't get into it for some reason. I'm going to play this entire fucking game. I'm going to play it from start to finish. I want to experience Generations. You have pitched it to me as this is the one that you start off with. So I'm very excited, especially has Shadow in it. Come on. Can't
man.
lose.
No, this is a dream Tim Geddes game. I can't believe it exists.
Yeah.
I've loved Generations forever. Since the day it came out. Loved the console version, loved the 3DS version that featured different levels, but it is a celebration of going back to Sonic's past, and at that point, present, which is now just a different past because time is scary. But just really celebrating, remaking a lot of the classic levels, which at this point we've seen so many times, like how many Green Hill Zones, how many Chemical Plant Zones, all that stuff. This game just does it so well where you play through the levels in 2D and then you play through them in 3D.
Yeah.
And it is so satisfying because that has different soundtracks to coincide with the different styles. And yeah, the game was great. And the idea that we're many years later coming back to it and just expanding on it and getting even more new levels, focusing on the shadow stuff.
Yeah, they had
this is cool.
I saw the leaked images and they had the starfish guy from Shadow the Hedgehog, the game.
Great.
I don't know who that guy is. I don't know what his vibe is, but he scared the fuck out of me as a kid. So like, he's there.
He's back, baby.
The one thing I didn't see though, no gun.
No gun.
No
Where's the
gun. I don't think I saw a motorcycle either. So like, what the fuck is happening there? What are we doing
What's
here?
the point?
I'm interested in this game of like, Shadow has never been in a 2D Sonic game, right? We're really thinking about it, right? Like he hasn't been like a huge part of one, at least.
This is definitely one of those you sound confident, and like just like I did when I said there was no sixth game in a franchise.
Yeah.
No. I can't speak about most of the DS games, the Sonic Rush games. I don't know if he was in those or not, but he wasn't in the GBA ones. Wasn't playable in Mania. Yeah. Pretty damn interesting.
So it's interesting,
cool.
If it's, I wonder if it is like a 2D, 3D situation, or he's just always 3D in his version of it, right? If he's switching between back and forth.
Oh yeah, that is. Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know. I mean, I have a feeling at like worst case, Shadow will be playable in the Sonic levels.
Yeah, worst case. Ones. I don't know. It's just funny to me. I'm just like thinking of like the worst case scenario. Shadow's going to be playable in.
yeah. But I mean, like best case scenario, he has his own levels that are 2D as well.
Yeah.
Which I imagine that they'll do because they probably will, because even the modern levels that didn't have 2D versions, they made 2D versions.
Yeah.
So like the City Escape, for example, from Sonic Adventure 2, in Generations, they made a 2D version.
Yeah.
Of it for the classic.
That's
so
sick.
I imagine that they'll do that, which is all this is exciting. I just can't wait to see the trailer to see more of what they're adding here. And I am excited for you to play it because we went to that Sonic Symphony. You got all jazzed up.
Yeah.
And I think now.
And I hope it's like integrated into the game, right? Like, hope it's not just like another world and it's like, okay, now it's just DLC, right?
So what's weird about it is I feel that's kind of the setup of Generations anyways. Okay. You're in this like weird white portal world going into different portals. So just adding more portals, I don't think we'd get in the way.
Sure.
It would, I think, feel more integrated. And from what we've seen of the Shadow stuff, like the new Shadow stuff, it seems like an entirely different style of gameplay. This almost seems to me like a Bowser's Fury situation where those 3D worlds plus Bowser's Fury,
which is like almost a different game,
which totally like similar like mechanics, but it was a different vibe.
Yeah.
So that's what the Shadow stuff seems like, but we won't have to wait long.
Give him the gun.
Cowards. Let him shoot someone. Let him say fuck, Mike. That's all we want is Shadow the Hedgehog to say it. And now I need to stall because I said it. And I thought that was a perfect time to toss to but now I just need to keep on
keep on talking. Do you think we see the Sonic trailer? Sonic 3 trailer?
You know, today? I'm pretty convinced we do.
Wow.
I
double back-to-back, you think it is? Or is it like spread out?
Oh, man, you can only hope.
Yeah.
You know?
Back-to-back.
That's what I would want.
You want Jim Carrey coming out there and Keanu Reeves holding hands. Holding hands and then just being like, hey, let me talk to you about Sonic Generations.
Honestly, all of that would just warm my heart so much.
Yeah.
But real talk, I really hope we see the Sonic 3 trailer today. I'm 50-50 on it. But, oh, man.
I don't think we see it, sadly.
Yeah.
I don't think we see it.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We need to see it sometime.
Yeah.
And it is time. The movie comes out in December. It's the type of movie they're going to want to promote for a very long time, have teaser trailers, have trailer 2, all that stuff.
Yeah.
If they're smart, they will show it today at Summer Game Fest. Are you smart, Sega? Paramount Pictures? I don't know.
I want it to be like a PT situation in the Shadow Sonic game where you have to like talk into the microphone and say Shadow backwards, and then they show the trailer for Sonic 3.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. You know what else is awesome? Your support. If you are a Kind of Funny member, you get the show ad-free, but for everyone else, here's a word from our sponsors.
This episode of Kind of Funny is brought to you by Punkle, the developers behind Vampire Survivors. Did you know that Vampire Survivors is out on just about everything? That's right, you can play it this very second on PC, Xbox, Switch, and mobile. And if that wasn't enough, it's coming to PlayStation this summer with a Platinum Trophy, and I just so happen to be stoked. Why? Because it's awesome! Vampire Survivors is a gothic horror casual game with roguelike elements where your choices can allow you to quickly snowball against the hundreds of monsters that get thrown at you. Mow down thousands of night creatures and survive until dawn. Pick your character, spend your gold on power-ups, and get to being the bullet hell in the game that features absolutely zero vampires. Punkle even just released the new DLC Operation Guns featuring the classic and timeless Konami IP, Contra. We've been talking about this game for years, so there's no reason not to support it now. It's as affordable as a cup of coffee. Get Vampire Survivors on your platform of choice this very second, and thank Punkle for sponsoring Kind of Funny.
And we're back, everybody, with story number 4, the first Slitterhead gameplay trailer. What the hell's a Slitterhead?
It's so weird saying that out loud. It sounds nasty.
Confirming a November release. This comes from Tom Ivan at VGC. Before we get into this, do you know what Slitterhead is?
Apparently it's the Silent Hill guy that made this, right? Like it's this game.
Oh, okay.
And then I remember looking it up and I was like, oh shit, okay, this exists. We've seen a trailer of some sort for this before.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember a couple days ago, Keeley was confirming that it'll be at the show, and we saw some art of this. All right, the first Slitterhead gameplay trailer has leaked, confirming that the title will be released on November 8th, 2024. The trailer was published early on developer Bokeh Games Studios' YouTube channel, ahead of what's been billed as Slitterhead's gameplay world premiere at the Summer Game Fest showcase later on Friday. While the trailer's since been made private on Bokeh's YouTube channel, it quickly started circulating on social media platforms, including Twitter. The trailer confirms that Slitterhead will be released for Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4 and 5, and PC via Steam and the Epic Games Store. The horror adventure game is the next title from Silent Hill, Siren, and Gravity Rush creator Keiichiro Toyama. Very cool.
Lanky Dragoon in the chat said it's Pyramid Head spelled backwards, and I'm so stupid. I started doing it, and I was like, no, that's not true. That's not how that works.
That is very, very funny. So you watched this trailer?
Yeah, I watched it. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, it did not impress. Like, it looks very rough, in my opinion. Like, it just the graphics of it all. Like, it does not seem polished. It's interesting though. I'm excited to see like the full. Maybe this was an early version. I don't know. You never know with this type of stuff. But yeah, it just didn't really do anything for me, which sucks because like. I love a good spooky game. I love a game where, you know, you're possessing other people's bodies and shit. Like, it's cool. Like, it has an interesting premise for sure, but like you watch it like, ooh, like it's not as up to snuff as you would want it to be. Yeah.
What do you think of the name?
I fucking hate the name.
Slitterhead?
I hate it. I hate it. I like reading it.
Okay.
I like reading it in my head or just seeing like the words on a text on pages. I just don't like saying it out loud. I don't like you specifically saying it out loud.
That is a problem. I have
Greg saying it out loud? Ugh.
Even worse.
I don't like that. Nick?
That.
Holy shit.
Let's hope Nick never says Slitterhead ever. There's something about that gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I don't like it. I don't like it. No, it's not a good name. And November 8th, though, like that's wild. Like that's coming out soon. Like video games are happening. Like
video games are happening.
They're getting some spooky games too.
I didn't realize that the Silent Hill creator was the Gravity Rush creator.
Me neither. Yeah. I just learned that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty sweet.
The dichotomy of man. That's awesome.
There we go. Now we got Slitterhead. I'm going to go to a couple YouTube super chats talking about some of the stories so far. We have CJ Splits on saying, I'm happy to see PlayStation become more fluid with pricing. Yeah, they've been doing it for a while now. Like even back to Ratchet & Clank 2016, like coming out 40, I want to say.
Yeah.
Very cool. I think that like it's good. But I think that's actually a great example of my point with Astro Bot. Ratchet & Clank in 2016 coming out on PS4 at $40 versus Astro Bot coming out in 2024 at $60. I think that shows that they see this as a more premium product than they saw Ratchet & Clank 2016, which was awesome.
Yeah.
So pretty cool.
No, I completely agree.
CJ Splits on also says there's an Astro Bot on the toilet on the poster.
Pooping?
He goes poop, dude. He does it, man. What a sick little freak.
Raunchy. It is E10 plus. You know what I mean? A little raunch.
Gotta get a little raunch in there.
One fuck.
Well, I don't think E10 plus gets the one fuck rule.
I think you get one flipping frick.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
you
a
can say
frick.
one
I think you
frickin'
can get as
flick.
many fricks as you want.
You think so? I think that's
Yeah.
a little
Moderate language? I don't know.
No, I think that's a little. Come on.
Frick?
Nah, that's a little much. You know what I mean? You can't say flipping frick.
I think you can say.
I don't think you can have Astro Bots in flipping frick. Do you think you can put up how many fingers? Do you have fingers?
I don't know, but
No, Mike
just says no.
Mike definitively has that answer in his pocket.
no.
Can he put up like one finger, like a middle finger? But it's his only finger.
I mean, we got the vibe. If he's like doing a thing, we'll know what that little bot's doing.
I think he's gonna do a curse. I think he's gonna do a little curse.
All right. I don't, but
He has 3 fingers. If he does one in the middle,
definitely does. Everyone says that's the best. Yeah, oh yeah, he definitely does, Mike.
John's just so definitive in his answer.
I love him so
That
much.
little freak.
Gerardo's Cool says, what would y'all like to see Astro do next? Kart racer, Diablo-like game, a Mario Maker-like game? Heart y'all, looking forward to the new game reveals later. I want to see more 3D platformers.
This forever.
Yeah,
This forever.
like,
Keep doing this.
We don't need him to do other things. We got other people to do other things, you know?
I mean, I would love if he like is the inspiration for other things, right? Like if he is maybe like we have the spin-offs, right? We have Mario Kart, right? Like I would like that stuff, but I want this to be the core game. Like I always want it to be Astro Bot 2, 3, 4, whatever the fuck they do.
I mean, dude, we've talked a lot over the last week and even today about 3D platformers and kind of their place in the industry these days. And you were saying like, oh, we don't really have one this year. It's like, we don't have one most years.
Yeah.
Like, and if we do, they're fun little indie things, and some of them are amazing. Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom, you sold me on this year. What a great time I had with that. Like, there's always these like major little wins, right? But I feel like in terms of the big prestige, we're putting everything behind this. It is so rare that we get these, and there's the Mario side, but you can only get those so often. And then Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I love. Like that is one of those Tim games, you know. Yeah. And I get so much Kirby and Forgotten Land vibes from the Astro Bot trailer. Like we're just living in a great time, man.
Yeah,
I really hope it's great.
No, I hope so too, and I hope that they keep on with this. I hope that this is. I hope this can prove to the industry that you could put money behind a 3D platformer and it can be successful and you can make money off of that.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Yes. Golden Spider says Civ is 1,000% one of 2K's biggest franchises. There are thousands of people who only play Civ. I love Civ and super stoked. Look, I totally get this. All I'm saying is we're talking about 2K who make multiple games that are in the top 10 best-selling games every single month forever.
Sure.
So to say it's one of the biggest franchises, like how many... You can't say at some point you can't have 100 franchises and like, oh, they're the biggest ones. You know what I mean?
But I would say
but
I feel like Civ would probably be top 5 potentially.
You think?
I mean, who else? Do we count GTA? I know that's two.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like it starts getting weird.
But like 2K, under the 2K banner,
saying 2K. So
Borderlands, but I think Civ is like again on a different level. I agree with that. Like they're like this. It's the sleeper hit of like it's not even sleeper. We all know that.
I'm with you there. It's the sleeper hit.
But it's sleeper in terms of our like the way that we talk about games, right? Like everybody's playing it. It's everyone's playing it. You know what I mean? We're not really talking about it as much. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see the
same's true about
numbers.
NBA Street or NBA 2K. So
that's true.
You know what I mean?
Anyways, I think I made that joke. I was like, wouldn't that be awesome? It's just the new 2K. Yeah. They're just like, hey, it's the new NBA game.
Joey Radstone saying, here's a super chat to make up for me being a baby in the chat about the Civ leaks. Love you all. I didn't see that, but I'm sorry for you.
Thank you.
I hope you're happy. I hope that Civ's bringing you joy, great joy.
Or they're really mad. They're like, nah.
Fuck, no more Civ.
I just bought 6.
Yeah.
I wanted this to be the last one.
Yeah. I'm not questioning that Civilization is a huge franchise. I'm not. I'm just saying, I don't think it's one of 2K's biggest franchises. That's it. Digital Dude 25 says, is Astro Bot successful? I can see Astro Bot 2 being a PS6 launch title. Yeah. I could also see Astro Bot 2 happening before that, potentially.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, because it took them 4 years to make this one.
I mean, did it? We don't know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Maybe just cut content.
I'm so excited to see how big this game is.
Yeah.
So excited.
Interesting.
Let's move on to story number 5. There's a billboard in LA currently paying tribute to closed down studios. This comes from Steven Totillo on Twitter. Quote, we love you, we miss you, we hate money. An electronic billboard from New Blood Interactive in downtown LA mourns the closure of Arcane Austin, Tango Gameworks, Roll7, Sony's London studio, Volition, and more. Gone, but not forgotten. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, they know everyone's going to be down there this week. This is, I think, a very fun little tribute to do.
Absolutely. No, and New Blood, they're doing amazing work. They have so many amazing games, but like it's nice to see them do that and put out, make sure that everyone, when we're getting hyped for new games, we don't forget the the studios that closed and the people that are just out of work right now trying to find a new place to land and just, all the hard work that they've put into it. So
yeah,
it's beautiful.
I mean, also, just seeing these names all together, it's like, what a
heartbreaking.
absolute bummer, man.
It's so wild how fast this industry moves because it's
Yeah.
like, I totally forgot about Volition. Like, I totally forgot about it. Like, that's heartbreaking. Like, I don't know. It's wild how fast we move.
Yep. Well, that's it.
You're having a rough day with transitions.
You know what?
It's very unfortunate right
Here's
now.
my thing, Raj.
Yeah.
I expected we would have more stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just ran out of stories there. I was like, I was ready to jump into a new story, but here we are. So everyone, get those super chats in. Give me and Roger some fun things to talk about. Just like Dylan Bailey, who says PlayStation Stars has been down globally for 3 days now. What's up with that? Not even a blog post about it. That's very interesting. I wonder if you're the only person that knows.
Do we not have Wii News?
We do.
We do.
Okay.
We do.
Sorry.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a second. Yeah, PlayStation Stars. That's interesting.
Sorry, can you repeat that question?
PlayStation Stars has been down globally for 3 days now.
Oh. Who's watching The Watchmen? Who's watching the PlayStation
Dylan
All-Stars?
Bailey.
Holy shit. This is like, that should have been story number one.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's been no word on that? That's wild.
That should be story number
That
one.
should be story number one. We need to figure this out. The All-Stars are missing.
Yeah, all the stars, dude.
Maybe they're here. Maybe they're gearing up for the sequel, finally.
Yeah. Just to be clear, it's not all stars.
Oh.
Stars. PlayStation Stars.
Oh.
PlayStation's weird little digital
I thought
collection.
this was All-Stars.
No.
Oh, I don't care now. Who cares?
No. Yeah, okay.
Who cares?
No, that would have been story number one. Yeah, no.
PlayStation Stars too. Fuck.
Yeah. Let's do a little Wii news fun for you, Kevin. You ready? Thank you so very, very much. An update from Ethan Gotch from Kotaku about the Summer Game Fest pricing story from yesterday. After the publication of the story, a handful of indie publishers and developers contacted Kotaku and explained that some free slots are provided to smaller, non-AAA games and studios. It appears that Keighley is sometimes pitched games to include, and he provides some free airtime for those projects as part of the, quote, earned editorial placements previously mentioned.
Yeah.
I don't understand why people didn't get this to begin
Yeah,
with.
I mean, it wasn't explicitly said, but sure. Yeah, because I think in the article they specifically said, like, oh, that's given to usually, like, first party. Like, they said that, quote,
Which
but
I just don't know why they would say that.
Yeah,
because it let everything. I mean, even Bless and I were talking yesterday, and I was saying, like, oh, I imagine, like, some of the bigger EA titles, like, would be included. And he was like, I think it's just the first parties. I'm like, there's just no way. Jeff, it's a cycle of Jeff needs the big things to make the show matter, to then make the money from the other people to promote their games next to things that matter, to show that their things matter too.
But then also, I think Keighley loves feeling like the curator, right? Like being able to find the smaller game and be like, hey, this game is really cool. I want to take credit pretty much for like bringing this game to the mainstream. So of course he's going to look at a smaller game and be like, no, you have the stuff. No one else is looking around. I'm going to pick you up and put you on the front stage and be like, I kind of made that game.
Totally.
Generally speaking, but that's kind of the vibe, right? So it makes a lot of sense, and I'm glad that this is added to it because it makes a lot of sense.
I agree. Noble says New World banner appears on PlayStation consoles.
Wow. Forgot about that game.
Is that the Amazon game?
Yeah.
Is this weird? Is that interesting? Is that cool for anybody?
Maybe Greg Miller of the world.
Yeah.
He's played it. I think he played it. He streamed it, right? Back in the day?
I don't know. But it coming to PlayStation? All right, cool.
Cool.
Mega Man 1 through 5, the Game Boy versions, are coming to Switch Online.
That
Are
big?
available. They're out. I mean, yeah, 5 games is pretty
Yeah.
cool. I mean, I just appreciate where we're at with the Switch Online, that there's just so few games we're still asking for. There are the handfuls, obviously Donkey Kong 64 and like some of that stuff. But most of the libraries are complete. It does suck that Nintendo does the like little drip feed shit, and it can get kind of awkward when, all right, here's tennis, and here's another tennis, and here's 2-in-1 tennis for Game Boy. But yeah, Mega Man 1 through 5, it's like, yeah, those are games of consequence to people.
And the Game Boy versions of that game? Is that like...
Because all the other ones are already there, I'm pretty sure. So.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. Release date, platform, and first trailer will be announced and posted on June 13th at 6 p.m.
Yep.
Avatar, Frontiers of Pandora. It's coming soon to Steam.
Wow. Did you play that game ever?
Yeah, I played that. I didn't beat it, but I played like a handful of hours of it.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Stunner
it is very
of
pretty.
a game.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's cool. It's
We're
just
too
not-
tall. You're too tall in that game. Let's be honest. It's just
But
weird.
that's how it-
I know, but it's
that's the
weird.
blue
It just
vibes,
feels
man.
it feels gross. It feels gross being that tall. Maybe that's how it feels to be Greg Miller all the
It
time.
really
right?
makes you feel like you're on Pandora.
It really does.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You look down, you see your T-shirt. You're like,
Yeah.
wow, that's
Wow.
cool. That's
Wow.
Space TJ Maxx. That's awesome.
A cool new skateboarding game has been announced called Reckless. There's a dope trailer for it. A lot of the people working on this were actually original Tony Hawk's Pro Skater devs. Which I'm excited about. It looks very cool. Like, it definitely looks like it kind of has the vibe of THPS Online back in the day. It seems like there's a lot of creative park type situations and people just hanging out together, skating and playing. But I'm a little trepidatious on this one. Like,
Yeah.
I'm excited for it, but I just feel like we've been getting a lot of Tony Hawk-like games. And to me, Tony Hawk is like Smash Brothers. And I just care about
Never
both
feels
those
the same.
franchises
Yeah.
so much that it needs to feel exactly right or it's wrong.
See, the thing I'm excited about this, right, is I love places where you can just hang out with your friends and just goof around. And like, I always tell the story of like in Modern Warfare 2 back in the day, I used to play with my friends in the map estate, and we would just do private lobbies and we would just sit on couches and just talk.
Yeah.
Like, that's how we would play video
love
games.
it.
We would just hang out. So it's cool to me of like a bunch of skater bros that are across the country that just want to play video games together, are able to just skate around and just build stuff and just hang out and just shoot the shit like a regular skate park. Like, that's dope. But I totally get it of like it for you specifically. Like,
Yeah.
you're able to do that specific combo in Tony Hawk with your
I
eyes
just want it
closed,
to be right,
You
you
want
know?
it to be right.
Yeah, but again, I'm happy that these are happening, and Tony Hawk was one of the original console side, at least, games that did have that online vibrant community of people that would just hang out and free skate
Yeah.
for hours and
That's
just
beautiful.
play. And then, I mean, like literally, it was one of the only games that used the network adapter on the PS2 for a very long time. So PS3 had a great community, but 4 is really where it kind of started popping off. So seeing this, I'm like, oh, gives me some nostalgic vibes.
Any release date on that, or just?
I don't think so.
a
I think
game-
they just announced
a game
it.
that's announced. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so-
That's super cool.
Pretty sweet. What's up with Skate, Raj?
I mean, potentially, right? This today, right?
I-
That's the idea. We got the press kit. We
Here's
got
the
all
thing.
the stuff.
I think it's very unlikely we see Skate today. Not impossible.
Interesting. Where would you see it then?
But years from now, like, yeah,
But we got the press kit though.
I know, but they've done press kits. Do you know how many skate decks I have in my house right now? Like, they really
keep-
like
every week they send you one.
really like marketing this game, which is awesome. But it's like, again, the thing about Skate, and we were just talking about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater,
Yeah.
but Skate kind of took that idea and ran with it of like, we're just gonna make a community place for people.
Yeah.
Like, people are just gonna want to hang out and just skate together like it's real life. And I feel like that was such a value to the skate games and like creating parks and sharing with each other and all of that. I think that before this game, the new one even exists, they're trying to build that community. So every year for the last 2 years at Summer Game Fest, like Skate's there, just giving out free stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
And
which
not
is
playable?
cool. No, not at all. There's
Wow.
just a guy with a skateboard. Like, literally, it's more just kind of like
So interesting.
building the vibes.
And every time we see that game, they do like not closed betas, but it's pretty much all, like so many people are in it. You see it all the time, and
Yeah.
they're also developing potentially for mobile. I don't think that's officially announced, but like you've seen like the leaks of people taking screenshots or whatever. So like I think we see it today. It's
Yeah.
wild this today, by the way.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna see it today. I hope it's in a state that feels more finished, right? Because we
Yeah.
always see it, and it's like that's great. I'm glad they have the open development, and I think a lot of people always say like we want more of that. And it's like, do you really?
Do you really,
like, do you
though?
really?
I don't
do you,
believe you.
Do you really want to see the sausage
Yeah.
being made and then being like, where the fuck is this game? Like, no. I'm excited to see where this game is at right now. And I think it is going to be in a more finished state. But I would be convinced that game is 2026. Like, I don't think that game is next year at all.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, again, wouldn't be surprised if we see it today.
Yeah.
But what are we seeing? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not expecting to play this game this weekend.
Wow.
And I think that's. Do you think that we might?
I don't know. I literally have no
That'd be
idea. 'Cause, like, I
awesome.
mean, that's the weirdest thing. Again, the game is playable. Like, the game
Yeah.
is in a playable state that people find fun. It's just like, is it playable to press, right? To write up articles and actually say, hey, is this definitively a good game or a bad game or whatever it is?
Yeah.
I just don't think it's there right now. But I mean, Rico Nasty out here, she playing the game. She's in the beta. She's
Yeah.
having a great time. You were in front of Rico Nasty. You took a photo in front of Rico Nasty. You didn't even realize that.
I don't know who Rico Nasty is.
Famous rapper. She's really cool. It
Oh,
was at
yeah?
the Spider-Verse premiere. You took a photo, and in the background, she was there, and I was like flipping the fuck out, and you were
Cool.
like, I don't even know who
I
she
don't
is.
know.
You're like the
Yeah.
Kiki Palmer meme. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to that
Yeah.
person. Don't even know who that is.
Don't even know him.
Don't even know.
And that's Wii News for you, everybody. We got a couple more super chats that I would love to super chat with Raj.
Super chat.
Jesse McCoffey says, I want Astro to. Sorry. This is written a little weird. I want Astro 2 to become Sony Kingdom Hearts with Astro visiting other games. Imagine a level where the dude climbs inside a robot dino to help Aloy. I love that. I mean, that was kind of the pitch that I was hoping that even the game we're getting is going to be. Doesn't seem like that's exactly it, but I also feel like there is potential for that they're hiding the fact of levels being designed after PlayStation things.
Yeah.
I think it's getting less and less likely the more we see of the game, but we'll see if we see anything in Summer Game Pass.
Yeah, I don't even know if I want that. I'm going to be completely honest. Like, of course, like the nerd in me, it's like, that's super cool if you're climbing on rocks. Oh shit, Nathan Drake's there. I got to help Elena and Nathan save their marriage, right? Like, that'd be cool. But also, in real talk, it's like, for an open, like, hey, this is a new game for people to play, like, for kids to play. Like, it's an interesting, like, entry to the PlayStation franchise, but I think it, like, kind of dilutes the whole premise of it, in my opinion.
So, sorry, to be clear, what I'm saying I would like is, like, the levels, like, one level is a Jack and Daxter level.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like, even then, like, I think this needs to stand alone as its own game, but have little Easter eggs, right? Like,
I'm in, obviously I'm in for all that, but I feel this just goes back to even what we're saying of like me saying I don't like the design. It's generic. You saying you don't like the bad guy designs.
Yeah.
I kind of just feel like that the bad guy designs, that is what I'm talking about
Yeah.
here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me the bad guys from the other games.
But then I think I would like for them to have this swing and then be like, okay, well, the game's great, but the designs aren't great. Let's try to up that for the next one. I don't want them to just start off and just be like, we're just taking from other games. We're just taking the ideas from other games, just putting them, and then he's just running around and we're just taking all those design language from that. I want them to build something that 3-4 games down the line, we're like, oh shit, like this has a universe. Like I feel and I see Astro and I understand this universe.
I feel like they already have that.
I think they
it's
do
just
to a certain
generic
extent,
as hell.
but I think that they're going to build on that, right? I
Yeah.
think this game we're going to really understand at least what they need to work on or what works about the universe of Astro, but with just little PlayStation stuff. And of course, everyone's going to focus on the PlayStation of it all. We're going to see Parappa World or Parappa Area or whatever.
Yeah.
2D and stuff. It's going to be cool, but I want them to build something for themselves. I want this to be its own definable thing.
I need to bring something up with you.
Oh.
I was talking to Bless recently about Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
And then I was talking to, I forget who it was, but I think it was Kevin that was talking to me about Kingdom Hearts being a crossover of Disney and Final Fantasy. And Blessing was pushing back on me. And I hear you were pushing back.
Yeah.
What are you pushing back on?
It's same deal. Final Fantasy characters are little cameos. They are not the main crossover. It is just fucking Sora and the Disney characters. It's not Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy
are you talking
Final
about?
Fantasy characters are in this game, but it is not the main crossover.
Kingdom Hearts is a Disney Final Fantasy crossover.
Sure, you fight Sephiroth or whatever, but
Yeah.
like as kids,
Squall hangs out with Cloud.
As kids, you play this game and you're watching this game. It's like these characters, like I don't feel like this is
Because you didn't play the Final Fantasy games.
But I didn't feel like they were different. I just felt like they were just jabronis in my fucking universe. Like I thought Sora, like I thought the fucking Cloud was just Sephiroth. I thought Cloud was Sora's brother. Like they're just like, oh my god, they're
But
the same.
that's just because you don't know. That doesn't make it not a collaboration, not a crossover.
It doesn't feel like a crossover. It just feels like they're the same.
Just a heads up, Mike didn't know that Daffy Duck was like in Disney.
Okay,
right?
well that's different.
No,
that's
it's
him.
the exact
How is that
same
different?
thing.
That sounds like literally
To
the
him,
exact same thing.
No. He didn't realize that Donald Duck was in the franchise, like was in this game. Like he didn't realize it was a Disney thing at all until he started playing the game.
No, he didn't know that it was a Disney Yeah, right. I think that's right.
No, he knew they were Disney characters. He didn't know that they were.
No,
in the
I don't
game.
think he did. I think he was like,
Mike, get in here.
oh, it's one of them Disney characters?
I don't know. I'm just saying, as the franchise goes on, at least from the way that we describe it, it is always a Disney crossover. It is rarely a Final Fantasy crossover.
But okay, that's no one's arguing that, but that's because there was more and more original characters that they made that they didn't need them anymore. So by the time we got even past Kingdom Hearts 2, there was a lot more focus on the Disney because they were focusing on their own characters as opposed to having to focus on the
Final
Clouds
Fantasy.
and Squalls and stuff.
Yeah.
But we had Zach Fair showing up in these games.
Yeah,
Like
we did.
there is no way, there's just light cameos from Final Fantasy characters. There is so many Final Fantasy in this game.
It did feel like they were just like characters. They're just there.
That is
I'm playing this game and I'm like, wow. Those are just,
literally,
like,
here's the thing. There's no debate here. This is like Square Enix themselves classify this way.
sure, they can classify it, but I'm the gamer. I'm the gamer. I'm the
got the
player
gamer here, everybody.
I'm the player of the video game. I'm a child pushing the sticks. And I look at it and I know that these characters are the same. And then Disney characters, they're different.
These
You see
characters
them.
are the same.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Sora and Cloud, they're the same. They're from the same universe.
There's a Kingdom
Wait,
Hearts
but,
character, and then there's a Final
You
Fantasy
can't
character.
convince me that they're not the same universe.
Just for a second, like what if you were playing Hyrule, What's that game? Damn it! I should have thought this out more. Never mind. Hyrule Warriors, like, you know what I mean? That's a cross. That's a cross of. Never mind.
Chuck, where are we going, man?
Nothing. I'm blown away by Roger. Yeah. I'm blown away. I'm stupefied by
they're
this.
all the same.
The moves that they do, they're Final Fantasy moves.
I'm just saying that they don't treat them like they're different. That's all I'm saying. Is that when you play that first game, you could be convinced, you understand that the Disney characters are from another universe. Like, you feel that they make it very apparent that they're from a different universe. You play that game, and then you see the fucking Aerith, and it's like, okay, like, what's your deal? Like, you're not from a different universe. I don't know.
You just
Tifa's just hanging out. I don't know.
You don't know that they're from a different universe, is what I'm saying.
Well, they don't tell me. They don't tell me. They're not doing a good job of it.
They're hanging out in Hollow Bastion. They're all just freaking here, and they do make references to like weird connections of where they're from and all that stuff.
But it doesn't feel like a crossover. It just feels like, oh, we're all lost to time. But, oh, these Disney characters, they're different. Like, they're fucking...
How so?
You have a duck. You have a duck over here. That's different.
This is the craziest take you've ever had.
Yeah, like, this is absolutely wild.
And you have wild takes. Like, I'm not even going to bring up the McDonald's coffee thing that you just insist
Oh, yeah, well,
on.
here's the thing about McDonald's coffee, right? Sometimes you want more.
It's terrible.
Sometimes you want more coffee. Sometimes you want more coffee, and then you'd want to drink the coffee later, right? So what do you do with the iced coffee? You look at them, you say, medium, black, iced coffee, no ice.
Yeah.
And then you take it back to the office.
Iced coffee, then.
And then you pour, it's cold coffee. But it's like, what am I going to tell them? Like, oh, I want the colder coffee. You're like, no, you say iced coffee because that's what they know.
One of the first things Squall says is he's from a different universe.
I don't know how to read as a kid. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like when you
they talk to you. It was a VO game, Roger. For the first time, the Final Fantasy characters were talking.
You don't know how to read. When you're a little baby, you don't know how to read. You see Donald Duck, and you're like, oh shit, that's Donald Duck. That's crazy. And then you see Sora, you see Cloud, and you're like, that's my brother.
That's my brother.
Why was he dressed like that? Why was Cloud dressed like that?
See, now we're touching on something that is a lot deeper and a lot darker than just the top level.
Oh, now I really want to know.
No, it's Nomura. You take the guy that designed the characters of Final Fantasy VII, you give him unlimited power and creative choices. This is what you're going to get. Yeah. You're going to get Kingdom Hearts. And what is Kingdom Hearts? It is a crossover between Final Fantasy and Disney, and then there's an original character, and at a certain point, you get so high on your own supply that you're like, you know what? I don't even need Final Fantasy because I have my own Final Fantasy now. It's Kingdom Hearts.
Which is the same universe. You know what I mean? They're the same guys.
Oh my God.
Because if you were to put, like, real talk, like, we're putting, I don't know, what is it? What's the guy with the hoods? You know what I mean? Like,
Organization 13.
You put them next to the other guys with the hoods in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, like, it's the same deal. Like, it's all the same.
But that's because it's the same guy. It's Nomura.
Exactly.
But that's I mean,
and you're telling me I'm crazy?
Walt Disney is one man.
But you're telling me I'm crazy for
thinking that the guy that designed Simba?
You're telling me I'm crazy for saying that the guy that designed one thing and also designed the other thing, and for confusing them as being the same thing?
No, but you're talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake, not Final Fantasy VII. It's totally different. We're talking a post Kingdom Hearts world. When Kingdom Hearts came out, we only had 10 Final Fantasies. Only. And we had a fuck ton of the characters popping up.
But then you see the 100 Dalmatians, and you're like, those are different.
Those are different. What does that even mean? Those are different.
Nomura didn't design those. Those are different.
But you see the Nomura designed characters, and you're like,
oh, those are all the same. They're the same because they're all designed by the same person.
Sure.
If I
just wanted to say, Sora and Cloud do not look the same. They look similar.
If I were to draw two images of two cats, two different types of cats, right? And then Andy Cortez were to draw a different cat, and then you would be like, oh, no, these are two different cats from two different universes. Oh, and then this is also from another universe. Like, no, the two fucking ones that I drew are the same.
Okay, so Johnny Depp is popping up in this shit, and he's all like, shiver me fucking timbers.
Oh, yeah.
He's a human. And if he's a human standing next to Cloud, who's also a human.
Yeah, but they're different proportions. You know that.
But so does Cloud and Sora.
Nah, not really.
Yes, entirely.
Let's look at it.
Sora got some
you know what?
big ass stompers.
Tim, I'm gonna be honest. I think Rogers win me over.
No.
It's the same. It's the same designer. The same designer made two different types of characters, and then you're like, "Oh, Roger, I can't believe that you confused them."
I'm not saying I'm surprised you confused them. I'm saying that Final Fantasy characters are in Kingdom Hearts definitively.
Oh no,
and they are different than the Kingdom Hearts characters. And they're different than...
They're different.
Freaking Bambi.
Wait a minute. Kingdom Hearts has
Which
its
is more
own
different
characters?
Yes, Sora. And
See?
Riku.
See, he didn't even know that.
Now I'm really. And Sora's
That's
not.
irrelevant.
Fuck yes.
That's irrelevant.
Let's go.
Let's go where? Where are we going?
Tim, I'm
We're
going to be
going to
honest.
Final Fantasy World.
crazy
Tim, I'm just saying this to piss off the chat more, and it's working.
Oh my God. Sora literally has Mickey's shoes, says Joey Radstone.
What does that mean?
What?
There's a lot of design similarities with Disney characters.
Yeah, but he looks like a dude. You know what I mean?
Wait,
He doesn't look like.
There's Disney characters that are dudes.
Mickey-
Johnny
Not like
Depp
that,
is a
dude. Come on.
Mickey
Come
gave
on.
Sora his shoes?
They're just the same shoes.
Type of
They're
shoes,
just
right?
big old shoes.
Yeah.
He's giving away shoes.
He didn't give him. They're not literally his shoes.
He gave him
What
the
do you mean?
shoes.
Because they're from the same world, right?
I love Kevin so much.
He gave him the shoes. He gave him the
When
shoes.
he goes off the deep end, he's like, "Oh, I'm just fucking with people
Johnny
now."
Depp is
I just couldn't remember Dynasty Warriors. You know what I mean?
But
also
why
it
are you
isn't
bringing
a
up
cl-
Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
So
now?
I'm saying Hyrule Warriors is a cross of two games where
But no, it's like
No,
the type
but
of
that's-
cross of
that's
one
not.
character.
No, the characters
one
are not
set
in
of
that game, right?
characters.
No.
Yeah.
No, I know, but that was never mind. I'm done with
And also,
Roger.
not to belabor this.
Yo.
But there's no Final Fantasy worlds necessarily, like there are Disney worlds.
Exactly, because they were trying to create their own thing, and they were the
were trying to
worlds
mix
were
them.
the Disney thing, but there was Hollow Bastion. There was the one world in Traverse Town and like all the Kingdom Hearts stuff. That's where the Final Fantasy people went. It's the whole plot of the first game.
Yeah, but like
Roger,
it's,
that's a really
it's
good
just
point.
a random
That's
bunch
a
of random
really
people
good
hanging
point.
out. Like, oh, I'm
That's
from a different island too. Where are my parents? I'm here. Now I'm here to travel start. Oh, look, a bunch of other travelers are here too. Oh my God, I didn't realize that they're a Kingdom Final
Tarzan.
Fantasy. What?
Tarzan,
Yeah, what about him?
he's a man.
Yeah,
Monkey Man.
but then
He's
there's
just
also
a fucking man.
But then there's also monkeys in that world, and they're talking. You know they're different. You see Tarzan, and you look at Sora, you know they're different.
Kamari in Final Fantasy X is a talking man lion.
I don't know who that guy is. I've never seen that guy in my
Yeah?
life. Never played that one.
No difference. Talking animals.
Is he in Kingdom Hearts?
I'm pretty sure he's in one of them.
Which
Because
one?
so many fucking Final Fantasy characters are in that the sixth party member of Final Fantasy X wouldn't surprise me if he made the cut.
It's true.
Okay?
It's true. It's true.
But Tim, I mean, like you see Tarzan, you know he's different. Right? I mean,
You know he's
you know
different.
he's different.
Yeah,
Look
you
at it.
do. Come on.
him. You know
That's a
he's
different
different.
guy. It's
Okay.
a different vibe.
It's a different vibe. It's a different guy. You know.
You don't got no chains,
He doesn't have chains. No zippers.
zippers,
Zippers.
one you can't see.
Brandon says, "Yo, Tim and Roger, wish I could keep watching, but I'm gonna go watch Summer Game Fest on the video wall at my local video game bar.
Oh.
Love you guys. I'm out.
cool.
That
That's
sounds like fun.
That's sick.
Have some fun. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And go watch our reactions later. It's gonna be a great time.
Tim, no difference. They
There's
look
no
exactly
difference.
the same.
Same vibe.
But the
Looks exactly-
proportions.
Blue eyes.
Dude, what are you
You
talking
fucks.
about? I mean, he's kid, so obviously his eyes are going to be bigger in his head.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how kids work.
They're,
Tim.
look at they're brothers.
Find his feet. Show me his feet.
Look at they're brothers.
I
They're
mean,
brothers.
It's the same art style though.
No.
Same exact.
Look
art
at his
style.
feet. What the fuck are you talking about? To look at his feet. Oh,
Yeah,
the
I'm
one
sorry.
difference. He has
We-
clown
we don't-
shoes.
We're not that kind of internet. You know what I mean? You
We
want to
can-
go
we-
look at
we-
a kid's feet, you go on a different website.
God
for
fucking
that.
damn
Tim.
it. Bender says Roger's acting like a quote tweeter.
That's my life. That's my life.
It makes you stronger.
It
doesn't
does. It
Roger?
does.
Let's see what we got wrong today. Seeing that it was me and Raj, I can't imagine there's a single thing. Resolute says in Astro Bot, you unlock all the outfits later. You're paying for early access to the outfits.
Oh,
Interesting.
like you can start off the game as the hunter.
Tim, I googled Sora and Cloud feet,
Mhm.
and let me tell you, these are not appropriate to show on.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I mean, there's a lot of people that aren't correcting anything we said.
talking.
They're just talking.
Just
Roger
yapping.
gave him so much to correct.
Just so much. The same guy direct.
Missing Link says BioShock Remastered released alongside the BioShock collection in 2016. So the 5-year wait refers to 2019 when 2K announced the formation of Cloud Chamber
Gotcha.
Studio and the first project being BioShock 4.
That makes sense.
Does make sense. Kebab says, just scouted through the Astro's Playroom updates. There's a new platform in the Labo area that takes you to a basement, much like Crash 3's Secret Warp Room, where new PS5 stuff appears, including the PS5 Slim, Portal, PSVR 2, and DualSense Edge. That's pretty sweet. There's also a mission control room that has a portal that takes you to the Astro Bot
Pretty similar.
store page, but may link to the game itself if you have it. Speculation on my part. There are also 4 special bots to find, one in each biome of the game. Haven't found them yet. We'll update if I find them up before the show ends. Very, very, very cool.
That's
very cool. And I just want this clear. We are talking, these are designs from later Kingdom Hearts games when the characters did start to become an actual thing. Roger, let me take you down some history lesson, all right? This is very important stuff, all right? This Nomura guy, he cares about his stuff a lot. He was going to make a Final Fantasy 13 game, okay? 13.
Lightning? Without Lightning.
Other one, Versus 13.
Oh,
Featuring Noctis.
15, yeah.
Okay, the character that would end up being in Noctis.
Yeah, he's a goat.
A lot of back-end stuff. They were like, you know what? You're not going to be able to make that game. He's been so upset about this for
Tim, he
decades
made the game.
now.
He made the game.
No, different game.
Different
What do you
game.
mean?
Fucking
No, it's
game.
Final Fantasy 13.
It ended up coming
13
out as Final
versus.
Fantasy 15, okay? But that wasn't his vision for this freaking game. So he then took Kingdom Hearts 3 parts of it, and what Kingdom Hearts 4 is eventually going to be, it's just him being like, no, I'm still going to make that fucking game. So he's literally making Sora or Yozora.
What? What does that mean?
He's just saying
Y'all know
stuff
what I mean.
now, dude.
He's
saying
just
stuff.
trying. It is the most, like,
What
he's an
the
artiste.
fuck just happened?
Roger. He's an artiste. What is happening here?
What are you doing?
I got stuck, everybody. I got stuck. Erdy Cooper says, I know what you mean, Tim. Thank you for knowing what I mean. Everyone, we're going to stop here.
We got to stop.
What
We
a
got to
show.
stop this fucking podcast.
What a show this has been.
But I appreciate you bringing that up because I did want to get this off my chest. So
You
I
got
appreciate
it.
it. I
You
got it
got
off
it,
my chat.
dude.
And the chat's with me. All of them. Every
the
single
entire
person.
chat
Every
is
single
with
person's
Roger.
with me. And they get it. They understand.
Yep. But anyways, let us know in the comments below what you think about Sora's feet, what you think about Cloud's feet. Are they the same feet? Are they different feet? Are Sora's feet bigger than Civilization as a series? I don't know. Only you hold the answer to that. If you're watching live right now, you can stay on Twitch, but if you're on YouTube, you're going to have to make the jump over somewhere else. And then just hang out with us all day. Next up, we have Kinda Funny Games Showdown, followed by our live reaction to Summer Game Fest. Until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you. Fun show, Raj. Our first one, not our last one.
That was a great
I love
time.
it.